So I'm gonna put out probably two or three videos. I might just talk about everything here. It doesn't really matter. Um, First thing I want to talk about is overtime. A lot of people, was very skeptical about overtime with Southeastern and all this blah 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 blah. They're going to let you work 45 hours. You'll never see it. All the good stuff and all good stuff, bad stuff, blah blah. But at least at my terminal, I talked to a lot of other drivers. I mean, it doesn't seem like no one's really cutting overtime. I mean, I say can get at least 5 to 10. I get 5 to 10 hours. Well, yeah, 5 to 10, between 5 and 10 hours overtime every week, it seems. But that's just me. I mean, I want to work. If I could work 12 hours every day, I would. I did when I first started, and right now it seems to slow down between like 10 or 11 hours, which is fine with me. It's just because we hired more people. When I first started, we had a lot of freight and not a lot of people to help. So now I guess the staff meets the freight volume or whatever. But yeah, overtime is not bad. It's a good thing. You're either gonna work 45 hours and go home, or you're gonna make a lot of money. And so yeah, it's a win-win. You can either make good money and go home, or you can make a lot of money and still go home. But a lot of trucking jobs aren't 40 hours a week, and they're not 40 to 45 hours. They're not 40 to 45 hours a week making what we make an hour. A lot of them, I know local jobs are 12 hours and 12 hours a day, 60 hours a week, only making $19 an hour. Like, I can make what they make in 60 hours, I'll make in like 40, 45 hours. It's nothing to complain about. It's not a bad thing. I mean, overtime's a good thing in my opinion. I don't see them cutting it. I mean, maybe like when, freight slows down in the winter, I could see them, working us 45 to 40. Maybe we might get like 1 or 2 hours overtime, Nothing too serious, nothing to cry about. But I mean, overtime is overtime. I came from Saya, and Saya was slow. I mean, they're real small where I'm from, and they were slow. They were slow a lot when I first started there, and I had applied to Southeastern many times. I guess you can just lead right into the story how I got hired. I'm pretty sure I probably said in a earlier video, but basically in Birmingham, when Saya is slow, they'll cut you, so you'll stay at home. God, I look tired. Anyways, they'll cut you, but I'm not tired. They'll cut you, and you'll either stay at home for that day, or if they have a line haul run, or if central dispatch needs you to need something, they'll use you in line haul for a daytime line haul run. And well, it was my turn to get cut. Of course, they pay overtime 45 hours as well. Saya does, and I was close to 45, and I rarely got overtime over there. But once I got close to it, I'll give you like a daytime line haul run. I don't understand if like overtime is different, like if the company has to pay extra money or get taxed differently for overtime. I don't know how that works, but every time I get close, they send me for a daytime line haul run. But anyways, I had a daytime line haul run from Birmingham to Jackson, Mississippi, which is like 4 hours. It wasn't too bad. But yeah, I got. It's kind of funny because I almost didn't answer the phone call. I'm praying if I didn't answer, he would have at least left a voicemail. But I got down to Jackson Terminal, and when I got to Jackson Terminal, hooked my set, was about to leave. I think I was waiting on my own yard move to end my 30-minute break, and I see Southeastern on the terminal manager at the time. He called me. I seen Southeastern on my caller ID, and at first, I was like, is this Southeastern? Because there's Southeastern freight lines, and then there's Southeastern food merchandise, which is a food service in Alabama, Birmingham, whatever. And they work like slaves. They work during the night. I mean, it's just, I never applied. So I was like, why would Southeastern food merchants be calling me? And I was this close to declining the call. But then I was like, I think the caller ID, like, after you let the call ring so many times, it like moves like a little banner. And I think I seen the freight, and I was like, oh, Southeastern Freight. So I answered, and he's like, hey, I seen you applied, blah blah blah. Tell me I was good. Asked me what I was making, how many hours I get, Told him all the complaint was the side, I was only get 45 hours, and he was like, hell, shit, you'll get 50 to 60 over here. You know, I mean, you can work as much as you want over here, and I, sounding all good, and it was kind of weird because he called me, and I was like, okay, it sounded all good. I told him I was like, it was a Tuesday, and granted, I don't know if you've seen my other early videos. I don't know if I made a video, but I have my haircut right now, but when he had called me, it had been 2 weeks since I've got my haircut. I was like a caveman. Like, I have, like, my side is all grown in, my beard is out, and I'm like, yeah, he's not gonna hire me when I go to the interview, but I'm at least give it a shot. And got there, met with him and the assistant terminal manager, and it's just I can't really explain it. You just get a feeling of like when I was in the interview, it just felt like it was just different. Like, hey, I don't know, I don't know. It just felt weird. I got like a family vibe from them. Like, this is like, I don't know. It's just like a family vibe. It wasn't just like your own, like any other truck interview or a corporate interview where like you just go over the list of qualifications and they're like, do you want the job or do you not want the job? If you're qualified, do course we're going to give you the job. But if do you want it or do you not? I mean, they got to know me. They got to know what I wanted to do. Asked me about my personal life, all that good jazz. And I don't know. I just knew right then and there that's what I was going to take. But yeah, that's basically how I got hired, Southeastern Freight Lines. Which we left from overtime into that. Okay, and what was the next thing I want to talk about? Oh, next thing I want to talk about is how strict they are. Because a lot of people say that they're real strict, but I don't see it as being strict. I see it as being efficient, which I think people get the two mixed up. Like, they're not gonna. I have friends that work at AAA Cooper, and they say that our dispatchers are strict, but their dispatcher calls them and texts them, like literally texts them every 5 to 10 minutes while they're at a stop. Like, are you done yet? I need you to go here. I need you to hurry up. Blah blah blah. Me, I come in at my scheduled time. If my paperwork's ready, I'll leave then. If it's not, I clock in. Whatever time I'm scheduled to clock in. I wait on my paperwork. But if my paperwork's ready, I give them paperwork, sift through it, see what I'm doing for the day. Get everything ready. If my door is closer to the dispatch office, I'll go to my door, audit my trailer, and make sure everything, nothing's damaged or, everything's fine, everything's supposed to be there, it's in order, and put my pallet jack in, shut my door, lock my trailer, then I go get in my truck, and literally all I have to do is hook up from there and then drive out and, start my route, and that's it. Only time I ever talk to dispatchers if I'm waiting somewhere longer than 20 minutes. And, if I'm have a problem, like, I don't know, it's, like, I've been running this heavy route, I guess you can't call it heavy, but I'll get done, I'll do 15 to 16 deliveries. I'll start at 7:30, get to my first stop at 8. I'll do 16 deliveries between 8 and 10:45, and I don't mean to say that to brag or anything, it's just, that's just, I guess, I mean, I would assume that's good. I mean, they're not that far apart, but, I do that like I said, like 2 hours, 2.5 hours, 3 hours, 12 to 16 deliveries, and then my first pickup won't be ready until it'll be 11 o'clock. My first pickup won't be ready till 1, maybe 12:30. That's the only time I have to call dispatch. Like, hey, you got something else I can do, and they'll find me something else I can do. I mean, they don't bother you. I mean, unless they just see like they need you for something, they're not just gonna text you or call you every 10 minutes, or as long as you're doing like what you're supposed to do, they're just gonna leave you alone. And back to the efficiency thing, I mean, they want you to put a lock on your trailer. I mean, to me, that helps me because when I put my lock on my trailer, I don't have to worry about driving down the road. That's one of my fears, is driving down the road and I'm like, did I shut my trailer? I was like, oh, but I can't, my lock's not on my truck. I have my lock on my trailer. So I mean, that's another thing. I mean, I did when I was a SI, I always put a lock on my trailer anyways, but I don't think they're strict. I just think they want you to be as efficient as you can be. Like I don't know. I was talking to a FedEx guy, and I told him he ran the same area I ran, and I told him, I was like, we was just talking at the stop, and I was like, yeah, this is my second trailer. He's like, second trailer? And I was like, yeah, this is my second trailer. And he's like, you filled up you filling up 2 trailers?" I'm like, "Yeah, this is my second one. I was at my last stop, and I filled it up." And he's like, "You must have picked up bulk. You must have picked up bulk stuff." And I was like, "No, Wednesday is this stop's busiest day." And he said something, and I was like, "Yeah, I had how many? I think I had like 13 or 14 or 15 pickups, maybe 12 or 14. I had 30 stops that day. It was like, I want to say like, it might have been 18 pickups. No, it was like 16 pickups or whatever. It was a lot of pickups and a lot of deliveries, but he was just like dumbfounded that I filled up 2 trailers. But I mean, we just have a lot of freight around here. I mean, I don't mind, you know. It just seems like the route that I'm running on, it's you know, the guy's off for surgery, but the route I'm running on, I mean, I like it. I mean, some people, you know, they don't want to run a route like that. I guess they say it's working too hard, but I mean, I like to keep my day to where I don't have to think about anything. I don't have to be sitting there, you know, waiting forever. I know I'm going to go here. I know I'm going to go there. I have all the stop times. You know, I know where I'm supposed to go. I can plan out, you know, do what I got to do. And I'm not just sitting around waiting. Like, a lot of my friends in other LTLs, they'll, like one guy, we have a swap. We'll go to a swap in this place, and I know when I was with Saya, they had the same swap, and this AAA Cooper guy, he would sit there, he'd be done, put his paperwork in, you know, I don't know how they did it, but he'd be like, all right, I'd ask him about, you know, how it was over there. He's like, yeah, man, we can do whatever, blah, blah, blah. He's like, I just finished the swap. I'm about to stay here for another 2 hours, just watch TV shows on my phone. Like, you know, it's not like that over here. You're going to work for your hours. You don't have to, you know, I'm not going to say steal the hours, but you don't have to, you know, try to get all the hours you can. Like Friday, I mean, I knew there was going to be somebody, like this past Friday. I knew somebody wanted to go home early, and, you know, me wanting to work, I called dispatch, and I was like, can I get a swap? You know, I know somebody wants to go home early. I mean, I'll gladly take it. I don't mind. And I got a swap. So, yeah, it's just, you know, the strict thing, I don't see it. I just take it as efficiency. So if you ever hear anybody tell you don't go to Southeastern Freight Lines because they're too strict, really what they mean is they're too efficient. So, yeah, never go off the too strict thing. I'm trying to think of another topic I want to talk about. I want to talk about the first thing. I want to talk about the strict thing, which is efficiency. I really think that's it. The overtime, the strict efficiency. I really think that's it. I don't think I had another topic, but yeah, things been going good. Like I said, I'm on this. I guess you could say it's a heavy route. I've been on it for the past week. It's one of the routes that we train on, and I mean, I like it. You know, I'll be on it. I may be on it until he comes back from surgery, but yeah, everything's been good. We had a cookout last Wednesday for our numbers being good. That was great. Food was good. Yeah, overall everything's going good at Southeastern, and can't be thankful enough. They did me good, and tell you, I wouldn't be telling you this if they didn't. They have done very good for me, and yeah, get married in 28 days, and very nervous and excited about that, but we'll see how it goes. But yeah, if you guys have any questions, you know, about Southeastern, or need to know, you know, anything more in detail, I'm trying to figure out the vacation policy, because I'm not sure. I'm sure I can find it somewhere, but I really can't find it. And I will make a video about the benefits, but I'm not sure. Well, yeah, I'll make a video about the benefits and all that good jazz. So you guys have a good night and a good weekend. I will see you next time.